most successful cycling race. We're talking Olympic caliber athletes.
It's probably one of the few times that my non-cyclist friends want to talk to me about cycling.
Craze here of the fans.
2 million spectators, bigger than the Super Bowl, bigger than the World Series. That's how many participants line the streets of California.
Varying terrains, difficult time trials, mountaintop finishes, flat stages. It's a stage race that has it all.
Oh, it's the premier stage race.
The Amgen Tour of California continues to progress, both in terms of its international television audience, its on-site spectators, but also the course design has evolved as well.
The tougher the race, the tougher the riders you're going to get here.
14 of the 21 stage winners of last year's Tour de France have competed in the Amgen Tour of California.
Amgen Tour of California is a launching pad. You watch Sagan win 5 stages of the Tour last year, and then go to the Tour de France and win the green jersey, and we were a part of that.
Tour of California, it's my preferred race there.
Rogers looked across to see who it was. This is the lineup for the finish. Very fast, very aerodynamic.
This is the 8th Amgen Tour of California, but it's the first time in its history that we're starting in the south of the state and going to the north.
Well, in 2009, finished here in Escondido. This year, having the start and the finish is really going to elevate the excitement.
There's so much that's going to be happening out there in the different areas to the east of Escondido.
So once they roll out of Escondido and up through the San Pascual Valley in the Wild Animal Park, they'll end up in the quaint town of Ramona. And that'll be where the excitement will start, the first sprint of the Amgen Tour.
This year in the Escondido first stage, we're going to be climbing Palmdale Mountain from the east side, about 3,500 feet of climbing.
Palmdale Mountain is going to be a great spot to watch the cyclists come up. It'll be the first King of the Mountain.
Here at NISSAN, we're excited to present the first King of the Mountain jersey for Stage 1 at Mount Palomar.
We're going to be able to see them leave, we're going to see them be able to come and finish, and then you'll actually have the first yellow jersey awarded.
And we're anticipating it to be pretty close.
Finishing up Stage 1 in Escondido, we're moving up here to Murrieta, California for Stage 2. We're very excited to have the Amgen Tour of California visit us for the first time this year. For Stage 2, there's a sprint point in Hemet, California. You're going to see a lot of action, people trying to get away. One of the best places to watch the stage this year will be the KOM on San Jacinto, about 4,000 feet. It's a tough climb up. The descent down the backside is a technical, fast descent into Palm Springs.
This is the first time the Amgen Tour of California has been in the Palm Springs area. There are a couple things that can come up and cause problems for the riders that day.
They could face some really strong headwinds. The fact that we have windmill farms here says something about the winds we can get.
We could have an abnormally hot day, which temperatures in the high 90s.
The end of 115 or so miles, to have that finish on the tramway climb is going to be spectacular. 3.5 miles and almost 3,000 feet is a huge effort.
I think it'll be great that the bands will be able to be up on Tram Road and that the pros are finishing at the tram. It's a killer ride.
It's sad that the riders won't be able to enjoy themselves here as they transition to Stage 3 and get ready.
We're in Marie Kerr Park in Palmdale, California for the Amgen Tour of California. The Amgen Tour of California was introduced to the city of Palmdale in 2010.
It's just great seeing them come out here and just ride in my hometown.
This year it's going to be more of a classics race. Longer routes, shorter, punchier climbs. It's a tough morning because it's a big climb right out of the gate, coming up the canyon through San Francisco, and it drops down to Santa Clarita from there.
My name is Bob Keller and I'm the mayor of the city of Santa Clarita. Not only do we have a finish, but we have a start the next day. Thousands and thousands of people will be at the start, the finish, and on the route. Come to the finish line, come to the start line, and have an opportunity to meet the racers.
Here we are in beautiful Santa Clarita for the Stage 4 start.
Instead of them coming from Santa Barbara area and coming to Santa Clarita, this year it's going to be just the opposite.
We'll be passing through Ventura County, home of Amgen, the title sponsor of the Amgen Tour of California.
Its stage through Ojai is up and down all day long, and it will definitely take the zap out of everyone's legs.
I have a feeling that when we get to the coast and those winds are really kicking up, that's going to mix things up a lot and make for a really, really interesting stage.
How strong guys are these days that will likely come down to a field sprint.
very likely that in Santa Barbara we'll actually see the sprinter's jersey we've been working on with Amgen exchange hands, so that's really exciting.
10 Speed Coffee is really proud to be the official coffee sponsor of the Tour of California, and we're excited to bring our mobile cafe to every single finish this year. Watch the race, finish, have breakfast, and watch all the professionals take off the next day.
Starting for stage 5 here in Santa Barbara, they'll leave and they won't have much of a warm-up and they go immediately right into a pretty good climb.
Hi, I'm Bob Stapleton with High Road Sports. We're here at the finish of stage 5 in beautiful Avila Beach, California.
So there's a sprint point in Arroyo Grande is when the race is going to start getting really exciting with an hour left to race. And then they go through Ontario to San Luis Bay Drive to Avila Beach, and all through there is going to be very high intensity racing until they sprint finish right along the beach here in Avila Bay. This whole area is going to be lined with fans, and it's going to be an intense finish, and I can't wait to see it.
San Jose has been fortunate to host a stage of the Tour of California all 8 years. What makes the time trial so exciting for the Amgen Tour of California is it's 20 miles where you can't draft off of anyone, you can't depend on anyone. It's you and your machine for 20 miles, and you better save something for the end here in San Jose, because that last mile, it's about a 1,000-foot climb.
It's really the individual time trial that allows the strongest guy to put big time gaps on his opponents. So you likely will see the yellow jersey change hands here at the end of the day.
I'd really like to encourage the fans to come out and support the women racing the time trial as well.
The combination of the San Jose time trial and Mount Diablo finish the following day, you'll see many GC contenders focusing on those two stages to try and do something decisive to win the race.
While they're putting everything out on the line, they have to save something in their tank and in their heart, because stage 7 is going up Mount Diablo. They don't call it the devil for nothing.
This is going to be the epic queen stage of the race.
So the stage is going to start in Livermore, and basically they're going to go up Morgan Territory, which I think is arguably a tougher climb than Mount Diablo.
It's a very hard climb, especially if you run into a herd of cows. It's a one-lane road, and it's absolutely going to bust people up big time.
Come down the backside of that, towards the bay, through the valley, down Patterson Pass.
They'll scream down the hill into Livermore, and we'll have a beautiful sprint here in town.
And then they make their way to Mount Diablo.
Well, the climb itself is about 10 miles from the base of the mountain. They'll go up Southgate Road and then continue up Summit Road. It's a distance of about 10 miles, elevation of about 3,200 feet of climb.
Expect all the fireworks to happen all the way from the bottom of the hill all the way to the top, and things will just get more exciting.
Last 200 meters really can kind of feel like a kick in the teeth. They're really steep. I think it's about 18%, and you're really going to see what people are made of.
With a climbing stage like this, the spectators are going to be up close and personal with the riders. They'll be along the roadside, so the accessibility is going to be excellent.
You can see them go by nice and slow and with their suffer faces on. Whoever gets to the top of the mountain first wins.
Behind us, across the bay, is San Francisco, where they'll start stage 8.
Just because fireworks went off in Mount Diablo doesn't mean that stage 8 is going to be a boring stage at all. It's going to offer most beautiful views and definitely a lot of fun out on the roads, high speed, so get ready for stage 8 that's going to be exciting.
San Francisco is a huge cycling community. There will be tons of fans from San Francisco and the surrounding Bay Area. It's an historic event that the Golden Gate Bridge is closed. The last time they did it for the race was 2009. I think the fans are going to come out in droves to see the pros come out and race.
The stage 8 of the Amgen Tour of California will stay on Highway 1 most of the time. The riders will be flying up Highway 1 and have an intermediate sprint in Point Reyes Station. This is going to be definitely one of the more popular places to watch. As they come up Highway 1, the speeds will be pretty high, and I'm guessing this will probably be a sprinter stage as the riders will careen down into Santa Rosa. It's going to be a lot of adrenaline, big crowds, and knowing Santa Rosa, I'm pretty sure it'll be a good party as well.
This is basically in our backyard, so it's like I can watch it and then I can go ride the same roads that they just rode.
There's nothing like that in any other sport.
I think this race will offer a huge opportunity to come out and cheer on a whole new generation of cyclists.
Can't miss opportunity to view exciting racing and the beauty of California.